Guys, happy Sunday. I miss church. I love going to church on Sundays. I love going to church in general, but I feel completely off schedule not going to church regularly right now. I just wanted to get on here and just talk about, how I'm feeling. To be honest, really overwhelmed, just frustrated. I think like a side effect of being in the hospital that most people don't talk about is like the grumpy butt side effect. And after being here for so many days and stuff and just not feeling better, that can happen. I mean, even feeling better, it can happen. Just being here, not being home, and being around the people you love and things that make you feel good, and just regular morning routines. So it's day 7 I'm here, and my lung hasn't had that great of an improvement, which is a bummer. And when you kind of just feel defeated and you're in this place and you're the sick person, it's hard when other people, like, they're trying to be supportive or do things for you, when realistically, like, it's yourself mentally that why you feel this way. You have to just tell yourself that everything's okay and you're doing enough, even though you feel like you're failing at it horribly. So just the supportive people of people that are ill, just try to remember, like, there's nothing that you can do to make it better. And just saying, like, I love you and I'm here for you is all that people need when they're going through things. Because when you're in this kind of funk of, like, you feel miserable and you feel like you're never gonna feel better, which I know I will. I know the pain will go away. I know I'll be home again. I know all these things, but, like, I want to be an impatient 5-year-old and get my way right away. And I think just the biggest thing is just feeling like you're just letting everyone around you down. And that's just how I feel today. I'm really overwhelmed, and like everything I'm doing is not working, and I just want a break just from it all, from the people. And I mean, being here too, you don't really have time to yourself, like, to where normally at home you do those things to make you feel not so stressed or overwhelmed, and just where you can unload and let go of all the stress of the day. And here you're constantly being bothered, you're constantly doing treatments, you're constantly getting medication, you're constantly feeling nauseous, you're constantly just something. There's always something. And by no means do I mean to complain and say that, this is all horrible, because it's not, and it can be way worse, and I have been way sick than this. And I just feel like my spirit and my attitude has just taken a really big hit today and yesterday. I just didn't sleep well. I am just really tired of not being able to breathe. And if you can imagine, like, just waking up and losing half of your ability to breathe, and then losing half of that, and then every breath you take is extremely painful, I can just, like, put you in the perspective of where I'm coming from. And I know that I'm so thankful that I don't necessarily need oxygen all the time, and so thankful that, I'm not as sick as some people are here or anywhere in the world. But just, we as people take the littlest things for granted. And I remember after my lung removal, I said I would never take for granted another deep breath, and I did. And you do without even realizing it in life. It's the little things that when they're gone, they matter the most. And, like, I just feel like every little thing that makes me who I am and makes me feel proud of who I am is just being gone. And I know that's not true, and I know that even if one day I'm not able to work, or I have to work even less, or I have to be on more medications for the rest of my life, or whatever it is, I know even those things, there are things in this world I can do to make me feel proud of who I am. I'm just really frustrated and angry today, because I just don't understand why I don't feel better. And it's like, trying to fight against a great big wall, and I have all this ammunition and all this, and I'm throwing it at it, and the wall's not moving. And I just had to just get that all off my chest, and it's hard. You know, I have so much support, but you know, sometimes I feel like I have no right to speak up about my frustration or anger, because my family's already going through a lot, just, you know, being here for me, my husband, and he's sacrificing a lot and working and driving and putting me first and not even thinking of himself at all. So who am I to, as soon as you walk in the door, say, you know, I feel horrible and I feel worthless and please make me feel better. And he does an amazing job at supporting me in everything that I do and just taking care of me, and I'm beyond grateful and blessed. And I just want to cry, and I just want to go home, and I just want to breathe, like to just be able to walk 5 feet and breathe. And I just miss work. I miss the things that make me feel like me. I miss cooking dinner for my husband. I just miss being in my home. And I know I will have my life. I have my life. It's just hard when you feel like you have this great big weight on your shoulders, and as hard as you are trying to hold it up, it's just crushing you. So if you could just, you know, pray for my attitude and my perspective today, and just, you know, help me with my encouragement. And I know that I can make it through this. I've made it through way worse. I know that I have God by my side, and I know it's okay to have a bad day, and that's just how I feel right now. I'm just exhausted and worn out and in pain and nauseous, and I just all around feel cruddy, and I want to hide underneath my blankets from everyone and be left alone in my house. That would be nice. And it's hard also to have people understand where I'm coming from, because unless you've been through this, you don't understand, you know, kind of those roller coasters of emotions you feel when you're stuck in a hospital and you're not getting better, and you just feel like you're failing. And if you yourself haven't been through that or seen someone go through that, it's kind of hard to empathize with that, because you're just like, oh, feel better, get a better attitude. Like, it's hard when you yourself, you don't go through the things. And I'm not saying like throw a pity party, be horrible all day. You're entitled to be, you know, a grumpy butthole. No. Have your moment, get it all out, and do what you need to do to feel better. With me, that's praying a lot right now, and just trying to walk and relax and not bottle it all up. And so that's why I was like, oh, I'll make a vlog about how I feel. Sorry about all the tears. I try to be a very positive person, have a positive attitude going through all of this, but I feel like at times everyone expects me to be so strong that I'm not entitled to have a weak moment. And no one has ever said that or even insinuated that, you know, but sometimes I feel like everyone just looks at me and expects me to always be strong, that I can't just have a minute to melt down and lose my crap and be mad at the world and mad that I'm here and mad about the medications and the needles and the sickness and all of it. And when you feel this way, it's hard to understand like the whole point of it. And I don't know if God's miraculous plan is to allow me to speak to people about health issues, and that's how I connect with them and lead more people to Christ. I don't know what God's plan is, but I'm holding on for the ride. And I might be angry and mad and just really emotional, and I think it's all the prednisone I'm on, because one second I'm like happy and the next second I just want to cry and eat a cookie. So I guess I'm just asking for understanding if I'm, you know, if I don't sound the greatest to talk to, or if I don't return texts or calls. Like, I just need some mental space before I just overload myself, and I just need to recompose and remind myself that I can do anything with God by my side, absolutely anything in the world, and that this infection is going to be gone, that it's already gone, and that, you know, no matter how bad I feel, it can get worse, and I know that, and I can do anything I set my mind to, and that when you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can conquer any mountain. And even though I feel like I am at the very bottom of the biggest mountain in the world, I know that God is right by me. And I'm so thankful for that. And I just had to get on here and just let that all out. And if you guys could just keep in mind, it's hard to express these feelings in the first place. And you know, just because I do doesn't mean I need someone to like come and coddle me or tell me 1,000 times it'll be okay. That's not how I am when I'm upset like this. I just need to kind of be left alone and just told, hey, I love you, we're here for you, whatever you need. I don't need a fixer. That's what I'm looking for. Because there's no fixing it. You know, there's just, I need to express how I feel and put my big girl panties on and keep moving, and I'm gonna do that. And it's just been a rough few days of a lot of pain, and we've changed some medication, so hopefully that will change and I can just sleep without coughing. So if you guys could just keep me in your thoughts today, in your prayers, and just pray for peace and just, you know, my attitude and my mind, and just help me not be so overwhelmed and my anxiety be high, and help me not feel like such of a failure, because that's really hard not to feel that way right now. I have worked hard my whole life to just be better. I came from a, you know, dysfunctional, we can call that, family with my parents and stuff, and I just always knew that I wanted better in life, and I wanted to graduate high school, and I wanted to go to college, and I wanted a career, and I wanted a nice home and all these things, and I wanted money. And you know, I just feel like as hard as I've worked my whole life, like everything I have that makes me me is slowly disappearing. And I know that's not true, but that's just how it feels. And I'm just a kid in a hospital bed again, and I know it's gonna get better, I do, and I just kind of gotta have these feelings and let them out, and then I will feel better. That's kind of what I do when I'm emotional. Sorry guys. And I normally don't open up about this stuff, but that's what the vlog's for, and it's okay to have a bad day. So I just encourage you, you know, find a way to express those feelings and get them out, whether that's a vlog or just writing them, because just burying them and ignoring them doesn't help. It makes you more irritable and grumpy, and then you become snappy and mean to people, and that doesn't help with any situation. So take a deep breath, tell yourself you can do anything and everything, and that God has it all, and I just need to give it to him, and I'm going to, and he can have all my worries and my concerns and my feelings of not being good enough. And I've struggled with that feeling my whole life in general, not just like pertaining to my health. So it stems to other things too, not just feeling like, you know, I fail because I'm sick and I'm here, and my poor husband has to go through all of this. But just wanted to get on here and let you guys know what's been going on. The doctor hasn't come by today. I think that they're gonna try some new nebulizer treatments to try to help open up my airway even more. A bronchoscopy has been talked about, where they stick a camera in there and clean out the lung, like physically with a vacuum. It's not an actual vacuum, but it's like a vacuum basically. But every time I have one of those, my pulmonologist, it actually makes me sicker because it kind of wakes the infection, and it can be extremely painful. So that's kind of like a last ditch resort thing. Like if the IV antibiotics and steroids definitely aren't working and I'm not progressing towards better, that's something we'll look into. So if you could just keep that in your prayers for me, and just positive thoughts my way, I'd greatly appreciate it. And just some understanding if I'm not, you know, eager to communicate right now. I kind of just gotta mentally get my brain back into like I got this mode, because I just feel really worn, and I would like a day off from this. Can't really do that though. So thank you all for everything that you do for me, and just listening and supporting me, and I appreciate it, and I love all y'all. And if you have any questions or concerns, or just want to leave a message of encouragement, I'd greatly appreciate it, or a scripture, that would be even more amazing. And just pray for my peace and my hope, and that I can just relax and feel that I am enough, and that I'm loved and that I am not a failure. I would greatly appreciate it. I will check in with y'all later, and y'all mean the world to me. Have a good Sunday.